Yo, what's up everybody? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot back again with another review, and today I'll be doing a movie review of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, based on the book series written by Rick Riordan. The story of this movie is about Percy Jackson, a 16-year-old boy who struggles with dyslexia and ADHD. And during his school trip, he was attacked by one of his teachers that turned into this mystical creature. And after that, it was later revealed that Percy is a demigod, and he's the son of Poseidon. So Percy was then taken to this camp called Camp Hapla, which is a place for demigods, and it also turns out that Zeus is a lightning bolt was stolen, and he thinks that Percy stole it. So now Percy, with the help of his friend Grover and Annabeth, they have to find a lightning bolt and give it back to Zeus, and doing that would clear Percy's name and also prevent an all-out war between the gods that could destroy like everything in the world. Now, I really enjoyed the Lightning Thief book. I did a review, gave it a 5 out of 5. I like the characters, the story, the world building, and how it mixed in the Greek mythology with the real world and set it in modern times. It was just a really great book. Now, for the movie, if I were to judge this as a movie itself, I would say it's meh. It's okay. As an adaptation, though, it was kind of a letdown. With the cast and characters, you got the trio of Percy Jackson, Grover Underwood, and Annabeth Chase, played by Logan Lerman, Brandon T. Jackson, and Alexandra Daddario. Logan Lerman as Percy Jackson, he may not come off as the troubled kid or had like that short temper, but he does show that bravery, that recklessness, and that sarcastic sense of humor that the character has in the book. And again, I thought the actor did good in this role. Annabeth is like the badass of the group. She's also smart and clever, and Alexandra Daddario I thought also portrayed the character pretty well. Brandon T. Jackson as Grover, though, I got mixed feelings with. Now, I like Brandon T. Jackson as an actor, and I wasn't really bothered with changing the character's race, though I understand why people would be bothered by that, but what was more concerning to me was the portrayal of the character, because if I were to judge this movie, by itself, if I haven't read the books, right, I would say that the actor did fine. But if I were to go by the book, this is not Grover. In the book, he comes off as cheerful and upbeat while also shy. He doesn't really have a lot of confidence, but in the movie, he comes off pretty smooth, confident, and he seems so sure of himself. And while there are some similarities, he's like the complete opposite of how Grover is in the book. Now, as for the other characters, there are quite a few well-known actors in this. I mean, you got Pierce Brosnan as Mr. Brunner or Chiron, Catherine Keener as Sally Jackson, Joe Pantoliano as Gabe, Steve Coogan as Hades, Sean Bean as Zeus, Kevin McKidd as Poseidon, Uma Thurman as Medusa, and Jake Abel as Luke. Like, this movie has a pretty nice cast, but the performances in this I felt wasn't anything like outstanding, but it wasn't terrible either. I thought the cast overall was just okay. This movie I thought had a nice soundtrack. I also thought that it looks good. This movie has some decent effects. The action scenes weren't anything spectacular, but they were all right. But the biggest problem that I have with this movie is how inaccurate it is and how much they left out from the book. And I completely understand that adaptations are not going to be 100% accurate and that there are going to be some changes, but there are some certain moments and characters in the book that are important to the story that were not in this movie. And I feel like if the movie was to stay at least a little more true to the source material, then it would have made for a much better film. This movie, like I said, by itself, it's just okay. It's just meh. But as an adaptation, it was kind of a disappointment, and it's unfortunate. This movie had a pretty nice cast, and it had Chris Columbus as a director, the same guy who directed the first two Harry Potter films that I enjoyed. So it's like you had everything there, you know, and this movie had a lot of potential, but they just, you know, they dropped the ball. So I'm gonna give Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, a 2 out of 5.
Time has run out.
Maybe you're no son of Poseidon.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief.
Now that is it for my movie review for Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief, and let me know what you think of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Or do you think it was just okay? This is Marcus from the Weekly Spot. More content will be coming out soon, but until then, take care everyone.